I said, you gave me one of those looks, and he said, that Rihanna girl, she's a beast. And she looked away, right? And I was like, so I did a Rihanna double take.
This happened to me. I didn't cause this. I didn't do it. This happened to me, and it can happen.
Beyoncé and Rihanna may sparkle like queens on stage, but behind the blinding lights, the drama's simmering like hot tea. Word on the street is Rihanna believes Beyoncé's been low-key jealous, pulling sneaky moves to block her bag and trip up her shine. The real kicker? No one's got the full origin story, but the streets swear it all loops back to those dusty old rumors about Rihanna and Jay-Z. It's messy, it's murky, and way more twisted than anyone's ready for. So buckle up, because we're about to peel back every layer of this royal feud and see what's really simmering between these two powerhouse queens. But hey, before we spill the rest of this piping hot tea, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next.
So, it was her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be on. She wrote me this cute little letter and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me, just let loose when you perform and just have fun. And 19 years old, it is the #1 single and featuring Jay-Z. It's just, I can't fathom it sometimes. It's just too much.
Before anyone starts questioning why Beyoncé might be side-eyeing Rihanna, let's get real for a second. Rihanna's one of the few women alive who can actually stand toe-to-toe with her in fame and power. Even without dropping a single album in years, she's still running the game through her empire and boss moves far beyond music. That kind of unstoppable energy like that isn't something you can just brush off. Rihanna never packed up the mic, and she's made it loud and clear she's nowhere near done. When she torched the Super Bowl stage, the world didn't just watch, they bowed. Her halftime show snatched more eyes than the game itself, a flawless reminder that her influence isn't just big, it's untouchable. Every time Rihanna dips out of music, the noise around her comeback doesn't fade, it explodes. Now picture Beyoncé watching another queen snatch the spotlight without breaking a sweat. That kind of effortless dominance can rattle even the best. So honestly, it's no shock folks swear the tension between these two runs way deeper than anyone's admitting.
Collaboration with him is just one of those things that everyone dreams to do in their musical career.
The ties between Beyoncé, Rihanna, and Jay-Z stretch way back right to Rihanna's glow-up era, when Jay-Z locked her in that legendary Def Jam deal. He was so sold on her star power, he literally kept her in his office until the early hours to lock that signature down. That's how badly he wanted her on the roster. But Def Jam wasn't exactly starving for talent back then. Tierra Mari was the one being groomed as the label's next big thing. Big thing. She was the golden girl front and center at the 2005 World Music Awards, sharing the stage with Rihanna and another up-and-comer. And let's be real, the label's favorite was obvious when Tierra Mari snagged the lead in a Destiny's Child cover, the same part that once belonged to Beyoncé. That was a loud message if there ever was one. Even with her own situation tied to Jay-Z, Beyoncé could see Rihanna had that star fire. Using her star power, she allegedly stepped in and nudged the label to pivot their spotlight toward Rihanna instead. And guess what? That single push flipped the script. Right after that event, Beyoncé personally huddled with the top dogs, including L.A. Reid, pressing them to double down on Rihanna's rise. That one bold move catapulted Rihanna straight into superstardom and might have quietly planted the first seeds of the tension we're still talking about today.
How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are. How you step on anybody to stay on the
There's no sugarcoating it. Beyoncé and Jay-Z were powerhouse players in Rihanna's climb to the top. That first Grammy win with Jay-Z wasn't just a flex. It was proof their alliance was unstoppable. And Rihanna? She never hid her gratitude, always showing love for the doors they opened. Knowing those early cosigns cracked open massive doors for her career. But that glossy trio didn't stay picture perfect for long. As time passed, The energy started shifting, and insiders swore the air got thick. The buzz? Beyoncé was supposedly getting a little too aware of Rihanna's rapid takeover. And the whispers went further, claiming she quietly worked behind the curtain to slow Rihanna's rise. And then came the chaos that lit the industry on fire. Those wild whispers about a secret fling between Jay-Z and Rihanna. The rumor mill went into overdrive, with talk of late-night meetups and private link-ups nobody was supposed to know about. It snowballed fast, turning into one of the juiciest scandals in the game, casting a dark shadow over what once looked like a picture-perfect bond.
Wakes up every morning. It was the Beyoncé that was angry. It was the Beyoncé that felt the need to defend herself.
That whole situation was a certified mess. Jay-Z's track record of stepping out didn't exactly shock anyone, but those whispers linking him to Rihanna cranked the drama to a dangerous new level. The alleged fling had the entire industry spinning, and fans couldn't stop running their mouths. But Rihanna wasn't having it. She clapped back hard, making it clear her bond with Jay-Z was strictly business, nothing more, nothing less. He was her mentor, not her man. But here's where the plot went off the rails. Her own publicist later confessed the whole thing was cooked up as a publicity stunt to blow Rihanna's name sky high. That bombshell had jaws on the floor. I mean, publicists are supposed to build a star's image, not light the gossip world on fire. Artist's image, but faking a scandal like that crossed every blurred line imaginable. The stunt left Rihanna's reputation bruised and made the world question just how far the industry would go for headlines. Even after the truth spilled, the fallout stuck like glue. That cloud of whispers didn't just fade, it shadowed her for years.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or?
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter and she signed it with her autograph. It was so—
After that bombshell confession from the publicist, the chill between Beyoncé and Rihanna allegedly went from awkward to arctic. Word is, Beyoncé never truly bought that the whole thing was fake, and that sliver of doubt turned their dynamic icy. Soon, whispers kicked up that Beyoncé, feeling Rihanna's star power creeping up fast, may have quietly pulled a few strings behind the curtain to slow Rihanna down. And even though Beyoncé wears the crown as the queen of the industry, those whispers have been lurking for years, claims that she's used her power to quietly freeze out any woman she viewed as a threat. Some insiders even claimed her own bodyguard once spilled tea about a supposed secret plot between Beyoncé and Jay-Z to take down another artist, Carrie Hilson, over something petty. Now sure, none of this has ever been officially proven, but it paints a grim little portrait of just how nasty the power games in music can get. Fame, loyalty, rivalry. When you mix those three, it's a recipe for chaos. And at the top, it's survival of the shadiest.
Even you, and look in the mirror and say, bow down. And I guarantee you feel gangsta.
The accusations against Beyoncé don't end with Rihanna, not even close. Word on the street says she's allegedly run the same playbook on other women in the game too. Rumor has it she tried to keep Normani from leveling up too fast so her own protege, Chloe Bailey, could soak up the spotlight. And fans? They've been side-eyeing that dynamic for a long time, calling Beyoncé's history with female competition a little too polished and a little too calculated. And get this, when Rihanna's anti-album mysteriously leaked on Tidal, the platform owned by Jay-Z, just days before its official release, the internet lost its mind with theories. Some fans even whispered that Beyoncé might have had a sneaky hand in it, stealing Rihanna's shine right before dropping her own juggernaut, Lemonade. If that's true, that's not just shade, that's chess at a master level. Insiders say the vibe between them got so bad their teams reportedly had to coordinate schedules just to keep things civil. Then came the explosion, Beyoncé dropped Bow Down, and fans swore it was a direct shot at Rihanna. Even after Beyoncé tried to smooth things over with an explanation, the damage was done. The track didn't calm the storm, it fed it. The feud chatter went into overdrive, and everyone wanted to know exactly who she was aiming that shade at.
Bow down is because I woke up, I went into the studio, I had a chant in my head. It was aggressive. It was angry. It wasn't the Beyoncé that wakes up every morning. It was the Beyoncé that was angry. It was the Beyoncé that felt the need to defend herself. And if this song never comes out, okay, I said it. And I listened to it after I finished, and I said, this is hot.
Bow Down. People are talking about it.
Opinion is opinion. I think art should be expressed.
Opinion is opinion, sure, but art? That's where the claws come out. The feud between Beyoncé and Rihanna didn't simmer down, it got hotter. Rihanna fired back with what fans swore was a slick subliminal aimed right at Beyoncé. And when she dropped that line, the internet didn't just talk, it exploded. I only know how to be. Number 1. I could use a challenge. How'd that feel down there on your knees? That line wasn't just bold, it was a flamethrower. Rihanna made it crystal clear nobody was about to play with her crown. But then came the plot twist nobody saw coming. The producers, Rock City, spilled that Beyoncé's emotional backstory about writing Bow Down out of pain and rage? Total cap. They spilled the real tea. They were the ones who actually wrote the track. And here's the kicker. It was originally meant for Rihanna. She passed on it, and Beyoncé swooped in instead. That bombshell didn't just shake the table. It flipped it clean over, adding a fresh, sizzling layer to their feud. It proved just how chaotic things can get behind the curtain when two powerhouse queens are clawing for the same crown.
I'm gonna put it out. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna just put it out. People like it, great. They don't, they don't.
I never met Beyoncé. Both songs that we did for Beyoncé, the one song I did for Beyoncé, I did with Polo for Rihanna, and it went to Beyoncé. And then the other song I did with Diplo for Rihanna, and it went to Beyoncé.
It's wild when you really think about it. Beyoncé might have thrown shade at Rihanna with a track she didn't even write. That alone screams how layered this rivalry truly is. But even with all that silent heat bubbling underneath, Rihanna keeps it smooth. She's said she's got nothing but respect for Beyoncé and genuinely believes there's room for both of them to shine without all the petty jealousy and drama. But let's be real, Rihanna's no fool. She caught that subtle shade in the song loud and clear. Still, she's admitted she doesn't fully understand why Beyoncé would even feel some type of way about her success. Deep down, she's not chasing beef, she's craving peace, not pointless rivalries. At the end of the day, both Beyoncé and Rihanna are unstoppable forces on their own, two icons who don't need the drama to prove their power. Just picture it. If they ever joined forces instead of letting all this quiet shade bubble beneath the surface, the impact wouldn't just shake the industry, it would own it.
The collaboration with him is just one of those things that everyone dreams to do in their musical career.
The way people dissect Beyoncé and Rihanna's dynamic always sends the internet into a frenzy. Some swear it's Beyoncé's rumored behind-the-scenes power plays that cracked their bond to begin with. Sure, no one's denying Beyoncé's talent. She's a certified legend. But plenty of fans still throw that side eye, calling her too calculated, too slick to trust. Meanwhile, Rihanna radiates a completely different kind of energy. She's known for keeping it raw, moving with integrity, and playing the game on her own terms. That's exactly why people ride for Rihanna so hard. Her energy glows like a diamond that refuses to dim. And now that she's officially a billionaire boss with her Fenty empire, the contrast between her and Beyoncé couldn't be louder. Rihanna's empire keeps stacking, and fans can't help but wonder if Beyoncé's got feelings bubbling under the surface. Every glance, lyric, and move between these two icons gets picked apart like a headline waiting to explode. Some folks believe Beyoncé's envy isn't just about music, it's about how fast Rihanna's been stacking wins in the business world. Rihanna didn't just build a brand, she built an empire, hitting billionaire status, while Beyoncé's still balancing her music throne with business plays. That kind of glow-up would make anyone feel the burn. But whether this rumored jealousy is about charts, cash, or power, that's where the debate gets spicy. Their relationship is layered, tangled, and packed with enough plot twists to keep fans guessing what's really simmering behind those picture-perfect smiles. So, spill it. What's your take on this wild saga between Beyoncé and Rihanna? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us which story you want next. And hey, if you're living for this tea, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. We've got plenty more heat coming your way.